Sometimes an air ratchet seems to work just fine. The head seems to spin just fine, the motor seems very powerful, but when you put it on a nut, the drive slips. So today I'm going to show you exactly what causes that to slip. This is a brand new ratchet. The first thing you want to check when the head starts to slip is that it has some type of resistance in the head. Now this one I can barely turn with my bare hands. So let's see. This is brand new, like I said. Yeah, I can there we go. Okay, so it should have some type of significant resistance when you try to turn the drive. 1/4 inch drive, 1/2 inch, 3/8. So inside of there's going to be either a wavy washer or springs and ball bearings. So let's take this apart and see what's causing that resistance in order for this ratchet not to slip. So we're going to take this clip out, set that aside, then we take this washer off, and let me give you a close-up of this. Okay, so what you're going to have are this particular style ratchet has the ball bearings and springs. Otherwise it has a wavy type washer in here that adds that resistance or pressure. So let's pull this head out and see if we don't. Let's get those ball bearings out first. Okay, so I'm going to set the ratchet aside and show you exactly what's inside of here. So we have these springs and this guy, another spring. And I'm going to move everything else that usually is not the problem, and I'm going to set that aside. Alright, so inside of that ratchet head you need these guys to be in perfect shape in order for your ratchet not to slip, because these guys is what causes the resistance in the head so that it just doesn't go back and forth. Or the wavy washer has to be in good condition. Sometimes I stretch these springs out, or I grab some ball bearings out of an old ratchet that I have laying around. So keep your old ratchets to, hang on to these very important parts. So to put it back together, we're going to move these guys off to the side. So I'm going to just stick these springs in here. Alright. Then I'm just going to take my ratchet and I'm going to put this guy back in there. He just sets right down in there. And look at that. Without those ball bearings, super easy to spin. If yours spins like this, real easy, then you got problems. So we're going to put these ball bearings back in here. And this is like an old-fashioned game here. Trying to get those guys in there. Let's see. There's one. And come on, guy. Two. Okay, so I stuck those guys back in there. And there's springs underneath. So then I'm just going to set this under the head, holds it up, and I'm going to put this washer back on there. He goes just like that, and see, I got some spring in there. Then I'm going to put this big old C-clip back on. Okay. And how I push those back down is I just take a socket like that fits on that guy and snap it down in there. Now I have some significant resistance in that head, and that will not slip. So I hope you enjoyed this video on what causes air ratchet heads to slip. If you would like to see my latest videos, and you did enjoy this and my other videos, please consider subscribing to the channel.